Here are some important cue cards to prepare for the Ielts speaking exam, along with examples for each. 1. Describe a memorable event from your childhood. You should say what the event was, when and where it happened, who was there with you, and explain why it was memorable. Example: the most memorable event from my childhood was my 10th birthday party. It took place in my backyard in the summer of 2005. My parents organized a big celebration with all my friends and family. There were games, a huge cake, and even a magician. The highlight was when the magician pulled a rabbit out of a hat, which amazed everyone, especially me. It was memorable because it was the first time I had such a big celebration, and I felt very special. 2. Describe a book you have recently read. You should say what the book is, who the author is, what the book is about, and explain why you liked or disliked it. Example: I recently read a book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's a novel that follows the journey of a young shepherd named Santiago who travels from Spain to Egypt in search of a treasure buried near the pyramids. Along the way, he learns important life lessons about following his dreams, listening to his heart, and recognizing the signs from the universe. I liked the book because it was inspiring and filled with wisdom that resonated with me. 3. Describe a place you have visited that you would like to go back to. You should say where the place is, when you visited it, what you did there, and explain why you would like to go back. Example: I would like to go back to Kyoto, Japan. I visited Kyoto last year during the cherry blossom season in April. I explored the beautiful temples, such as Kinkakuji, walked through the historic Jin district, and enjoyed traditional Japanese cuisine. The serene gardens and cultural richness left a lasting impression on me. I would love to return to experience more of its tranquil beauty and explore parts of the city I missed. 4. Describe a person who has influenced you. You should say who the person is, how you know this person, what this person does, and explain how they have influenced you. Example: a person who has greatly influenced me is my high school teacher, Mr. Johnson. I met him in my sophomore year when he taught me history. Mr. Johnson has a unique way of making history come alive through his storytelling. He inspired my passion for learning and critical thinking. His dedication and enthusiasm for teaching motivated me to pursue a career in education, and I now strive to make the same positive impact on my students. 5. Describe an interesting hobby you have. You should say what the hobby is, how you started doing it, how often you do it, and explain why you find it interesting. Example: one of my most interesting hobbies is photography. I started taking photos about 5 years ago when I got my first digital camera as a gift. I try to go out and take pictures at least once a week, often exploring new places in my city. I find it interesting because it allows me to capture and appreciate the beauty in everyday life. It also helps me see the world from different perspectives and tell stories through images. Tips for answering Ielts speaking cue cards. 1. Structure your answer. Begin with a brief introduction, elaborate on the main points, and conclude with a summary or personal reflection. 2. Be detailed and specific. Use specific examples and details to make your response more vivid and engaging. 3. Practice fluency. Speak smoothly without long pauses. Practice helps in maintaining a natural flow. 4. Expand vocabulary. Use a range of vocabulary and idiomatic expressions to enhance your response. 5. Stay on topic. Make sure you address all parts of the cue card question. Practicing with these cue cards and following these tips can help you perform confidently in the Ielts speaking exam.
Thank you and subscribe Canadian PR updates for more information.